Sanbonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about Married at First Sight, speaking specifically about Uthabang and Ukumo, the couple Thabang and Ukumo. Now guys, there's one thing that we saw on the upcoming trailer for next week's episode. We see where Thabang is basically saying that they need time apart. He says that him and Ukumo need time apart, and that maybe, when there's that absence between the both of them, then it will make them miss one another. Something like, or it sounded something like Uthabang is saying that the fact that they are too close, or the fact that they're always together, kind of like brings, kind of like makes them not miss one another. And I'm just like, guys, is it not that Uthabang and Ukumo hardly spend time together? Was Uthabang not the one complaining a few episodes back that he's always alone? Like a lot of scenes that we even get to see, Uthabang is always alone because of Ukumo's work schedule. Uthabang even went to an extent of saying her work and his type of work, they clash with one another. When he's available, she's not available, and she's available, he's not available. So that schedule is kind of a tricky thing to kind of balance. But now for him to then say they need time apart, or you guys need time apart in Jani when you guys are hardly together. I think it might be an issue of either one of them or maybe both of them, or either disrespectful to one another, or either behaving in a way as if they are irritated by the next person. Because I'm just like, guys, out of all of these couples, you guys are the last people to talk about that maybe you guys need time apart, because you guys hardly spend time together. Also, I'm also curious to find out if Uthabang is Ukumo's original type of guy she would go for in the outside world, because there was a question that was asked on Games Night, you guys, that I felt like the person who was asking the question was trying to be spicy, but Ukumo kind of did not entertain it. And that was Ukumo dating sugar daddies, and they actually asked her to give her an age of how old is sugar, like how old would be someone, or how old would someone have to be in order for her to consider them as sugar daddies. So I'm like, obviously Ukumo and Uthabang, their age difference is not that big. But now I'm curious to know, Wuti, what are the typical type of guys that Ukumo goes for? Because when she started this experiment, she said that she wants a traditional Zulu guy who drives and stuff like that. But the description that she gave Uthabang does not seem to match that. So I'm trying to then figure out if Uthabang, the friction he's talking about, if it might not be coming from that. Because sometimes you can just say, like we're getting too comfortable with one another. That's why we need that time apart. Because there's a saying that says absence makes the heart grow fonder. So I'm trying to figure out if there's not any other underlying issues, and they are coming out as, no, these two people just need time apart from one another. Kanti umuntu is just really struggling to come into terms with the fact that they are married to someone that is not physically their type. And then another thing also makes me wonder, Uguti, was this statement said by Uthabang, was it said by Ukumo? Because Thabang seems to also have a tendency, guys, of saying certain things or requiring certain things from Ukumo that I'm just like, but you are not giving those vibes. There was a time where he said he wants a traditional wife, and I'm just like, but are you a traditional husband? So there's a couple of times where Thabang would say something, and I'm just like, but sir, like the requirements that you're putting here, they just don't make sense, because you're asking of something that you are not giving out. So could it be that Uthabang is the one that actually is saying that we need time apart for whatever reasons? Or I don't know, like it's so tough to tell with Utabang and Ukuma, because at most times, guys, they like acting as if things, or let me not say they like acting, maybe things are good. Because at most times they like giving off as if things are good between them. So I don't know, you guys. We shall see next week who's the one who's issuing this statement and what really is going on between them. Because it really does not make sense for them to say that they need, or for Tabang to say that they need time apart when Kumo is hardly ever home. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think about this. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys in the next one.